Hi, welcome to my review of the new Hitachi 18 volt brushless gasless first fix framing nailer. It arrived a couple of days ago. First impressions, very impressed. Let's just move the actual gun out the way. It arrived in a sturdy, tough style MacPack box. Some do come in bags, but luckily for me this one arrived in a sturdy MacPack style box, which can come in handy on site, especially if you use Makita style MacPacks. They all clip together, and especially when you're transporting your tools from vehicle to site or around site, it can help a lot with transportation. The gun itself, it's a similar size to the old Hitachi gas nailer that you can get. The difference being in size, the chamber itself is smaller, as you don't have the gas chamber that's on the old one. The handle, it's a lot more ergonomical. The handle isn't as close to the body itself as it used to be, so when you've got it in your hand it's a bit easier to handle. Weight wise, it is slightly heavier than your standard PAS load or other first fix framing nailers, the gas ones, as inside this there is a sealed mini compressor. So what happens when you fire your gun, it draws air in and then you're able to fire your nail, but in the process, because it's not relying on a flywheel system where that spins up and then it strikes the firing pin and fires your nail, this, as it draws air in after you release the trigger, you can fire up to 2 nails a second, which is quite quick. As for power, some kits do come with 5 amp batteries, but I've gone with the Hitachi 3 amp battery. With 3 amp batteries you can look at getting around 400 nails per fully charged battery. Obviously with the 5 amp batteries, more power means you can fire more nails. But the one thing with the 3 amp batteries in the gun is it saves a little bit on weight. As I explained earlier, it is a little heavier than normal, so if you're on site roofing, maybe flooring, other things like that, it can, if you're holding it for 8 hours a day, then it can get quite weary on your arms. But 9 times out of 10 with site work, you're using it, you put it down and you're picking it up again. It has a joist hanger or truss hanger, whatever you'd like to call it, but as you can see the gap is quite big, so if you've got beefy stock you can hang it on there, which is quite easy. You can transfer it on a set of screws from this side to the other side, so user's choice really. Battery slides in quite nicely. Now for nails, this model is the NR1890 BDCL, which takes paper collated nails. I'm using firmer hold nails, but obviously you can use any type of nail. There is a similar model, but that only takes plastic collated nails, so you have to make sure that you get the right nails for the gun that you're using. Loading the gun, same as the old Hitachi. Load your magazine and pull it back, and then they're fixed in place. It has a safety lock on it, so that's in the lock position, so you can't pull the trigger back, so you can't accidentally fire it, not that you would. You pull it down to unlock and then that allows you to fire. Just lock it for now. As for power in it, you have the 3 buttons here. Let's just turn it on. There we are, that's turned on. The blue light, that's your firing sequences, so single blue light means 1 shot fire. You press it again, the flashing blue light is sequential or bump mode. the battery indicator, if you've got 2 green lights, your battery's fully charged. 1 green light, your battery has got half power in, and when you've got 1 green light that's flashing, then that means that your battery is almost dead and the gun won't fire. As for firing, it's a lot quieter than a gas nailer, as there's no loud bang as you get from combustible guns. But I have a piece of 3x2, and I have it locked. Safety first. As you can see, that's driven the nail in quite deeply. And now we put it on sequential mode. You put it down, fire it, and it buries them quite nicely. The gun itself, well made. Let's just turn that off. It also has an added safety feature, whereas if you don't use the gun for 30 minutes, it will automatically shut itself off, so that, say for instance, you're using it for roofing, you go for your dinner, you leave your gun laying down, and after 30 minutes it'll turn itself off, so that nobody can pick it up and just start using it willy-nilly, not that they would. Overall, very impressed with the gun. Easy to handle, easy to use, fires the nails in well, because you do have some nailers that, especially on sequential bump mode, that the first few nails it'll fire in below the surface quite easily, but then it starts to struggle. But not with this gun. You'd be impressed and quite happy with your purchase. Yet to give it a sight test, but once I've done that, then more reviews will come. Hope you're happy with it, and if you do decide to get one, happy firing. Thank you.